Hello and welcome to Straight from the Cloverfield, episode 101. I'm your host, Ralph. Today's episode is dedicated to Mohammad Bhar. Mohammad Bhar was a gentle and benevolent angel on earth who was blessed with an extra chromosome. He taught all who knew him how to love and be their true selves. He had a loving family that took great care of his needs. Those blessed with an extra chromosome have Down syndrome. They call it Down syndrome. We call it blessed with an extra chromosome because they are angels upon this earth. They are true individuals who are truly themselves, and they don't deserve limitation. They deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. They deserve to get everything that they need and have their needs met. They have special needs, and they deserve to have that met. They're wonderful, kind, amazing individuals. Again, like I said, he had a loving family to take care of his needs. He was brutally murdered by the Israeli Defense Forces. This regime is heartless and soulless. They proudly wear the stolen crown that belongs to the heart. Their minds are parasitic gray matter that robs, rapes, and destroys the innocent. They are the synagogue of Satan in human form. Gleefully plastering their grotesque content of character all over social media. They claim to be Jewish, they are not. They call themselves defenders. When we hear the word defending, or defense, we think of heroes, those that will protect and defend the innocent. Who is the IDF defending? Throughout history, order followers have defended the club of special interests that does not include Earth's most vulnerable. They do not conform because they do not conform to the society of greed, because they do not conform to the for-profit society of greed. The monstrous, how do I say this? I can't even describe this because there are so many right now. There's rich cronies that disrespect the disabled and see them as an expense. They don't value them at all, and this is blatant proof of how these people are being treated. And Washington D.C. condones it all because they will not respect the ICC arrest warrants of these war criminals. And the order followers need to be held accountable too. They go around murdering people that are innocent, that they should be protecting children, elderly, disabled people. This is not okay, and people need to talk about it. I mean, anybody that understands it, I don't push no religion on nothing. I mean, I've read the Bible as like a reference book. But they said, they warned us that we were warned. Somebody knew this about the synagogue of Satan. And murderers and people that bulldoze ambulances in the tanks and murdered people with Down syndrome, disabled people, elderly people, and children. And if that's not the synagogue of Satan, I don't know what the hell is. It's not okay. These monsters come in, stealing stuff from people's houses, murdering their families, plastered it on social media, smiling with people's underwear, thinking it's funny as hell. They're blatantly evil. I mean, what in the hell why is this allowed and condoned? It's sick. It's sick. It's not right. Order followers are government issued to protect the dark priest class and their, this handwriting is really bad, and their big name puppets. You can boycott all you want, which helps, but it's the order followers that are the problem. War ends when the pawns refuse to play, and War ends when the pawns refuse to play. Genocide cannot be carried out without order followers. Morality decreases when we do not take a stand to defend Earth and our most vulnerable. We all must answer this call of justice. We cannot afford to be silent if we are able to speak out. Mohammad Bhar deserved the best life had to offer. He was denied this, along with so many other innocent victims of the genocide that still continues to grow upon Earth like malignant cancer. And here's the article about Mohammad Bhar and what happened to this man, this individual who deserved to be protected and loved and was brutally murdered by the IDF's Israeli Defense Forces. Mohammad Bhar, in July 2000, he was born in 2000, July 2020, passed in July 2024, was murdered. He was a 24-year-old Palestinian man with Down syndrome and autism who died after being mauled by an Israeli military dog in a Gaza Strip house during the Israel-Hamas war. Bhar, who had Down syndrome, autism, and speech difficulties, was unable to move without assistance from his family. According to his family, they had been displaced at least 6 times since the Israel-Hamas war erupted in late 2023. They stated that Israeli forces raided the house where they besieged on the 3rd of July 2024. The forces included a combat dog, which murdered Bhar's arm and chest. Israeli forces then separated Bhar from them, giving assurances that he would be treated by a military doctor, and later forced them to leave the house. When the family returned to the house a week later, they found Bhar's bloody, decaying body on the floor, a tourniquet on his arm. Israel later confirmed that the soldiers left Bhar in the apartment, saying they departed to help other injured soldiers. Mohammed's killing provoked outrage on social media websites, and his family demanded an investigation into the incident. The BBC, which reported on the incident, was criticized for obscuring the Israeli military's role. Here's the background of it. Mohammad Bhar was a Palestinian born on the Gaza Strip in 2000. He had Down syndrome and autism, and was bullied in school. According to his family, Bhar liked to dance, play sports, and eat mulukhaya, which is a popular dish in Palestinian cuisine. Forgive me if I did not pronounce that properly. He was also deeply attached to his mother, Nabila, a widow who had lost her husband after he was killed by the Israeli military during a raid in Gaza City in 2002. In 2002. By 2023, Bhar was unable to move without assistance from his family members and spent most of the time sitting in his armchair. His mother told Middle East Eye that Bhar was obese. She told the BBC that he didn't know how to eat, drink, or change his clothes. I'm the one who changed his nappies. I'm the one who fed him. He didn't know how to do anything by himself. Here's a dog attack. Since the start of the Israeli invasion of the Gaza Strip, the Israeli-Hamas war, Bhar's family said they had been displaced at least 6 times. They had to evacuate 15 times, escaping from Israeli bombing of the Gaza Strip. On the 27th of June, the fighting returned to Shujaiya during the Second Battle of Shujaiya, and the Israeli military ordered residents to evacuate. By then, the Bhars were weary from moving. In July 2024, the Bhar family was hiding at one of their relatives' houses in the Shujaiya neighborhood of Gaza City, where the Israeli military was in pursuit of Hamas fighters. The Bhar family said they were under siege for 7 days as Israeli forces surrounded the house, and that Mohammed panicked at the sounds of shells and fighter jets surrounding them. On the 3rd of July 2024, the family said an Israeli military unit raided the house on Gaza Street. The unit consisted of several dozen soldiers and a combat dog used to check for explosives, booby traps, and to find Hamas fighters. The dog, which was sent into the house first, began attacking Bhar. Mohammed's mother, Nabila, recalled that the Israeli forces smashed everything in the house when they broke in. When the soldiers arrived in their room, she told him, "He's disabled, have mercy on him, he is disabled. Keep the dog away from him." His mother also recalled how the dog then proceeded to attack Mohammed, biting his chest and hand, leaving him bleeding. She said that Mohammed, who had speech difficulties, was screaming at the dog, saying, "Walla, walla, hey you," and at times, "Khalas, ya habibi," enough, my dear. The BBC reported that he was patting the dog's head. These individuals are very amazing individuals, patting the dog's head and sympathy for the dog when the dog was mauling this man. And this man deserved to have safety and comfort. The mother said that the Israeli soldiers then took Mohammed to another room away from the dog while pointing their guns at the rest of the family and telling them that a military doctor would soon arrive. The soldiers tried to treat his wounds and a military doctor came later. After several hours, Israeli soldiers ordered the Bhar family to leave at gunpoint and arrested two of Mohammed's brothers, who were not released by July 17, 2024, according to his family. The rest of the family said they sought shelter at a damaged building nearby. The Bhar family tried to contact the Palestine Red Crescent Society and asked for their assistance, but were informed that the Israeli authorities were not cooperating with their requests. The family said they later returned to the house a week later and found Mohammed's bloodied body lying on the floor, beginning to decay, with worms starting to eat his face. The brothers showed the BBC a cell phone video of the scene. A tourniquet was on Bhar's arm, and there was gauze that was used to dress a wound. The brother said that Bhar had been left by Israeli forces without stitching his wounds or providing any additional care. The BBC reported that it was unclear which of Bhar's injuries was the cause of death. Mohammed was buried in an alley near the house, as it was too dangerous to transport his body to a graveyard, to the mortuary, according to the family. Aftermath. Mohammad Bhar's killing provoked outrage on social media websites, as it should, and it should continue to. And his family demanded an investigation into his killing. The Israeli military said that in response to the BBC inquiry that the troops left Bhar in the house alone because there were soldiers injured in a rocket attack somewhere else that needed their help. So you know they were saving their own, right? They don't care about the vulnerable. His mother, Dabila, who was 7 years old at the time of the killing, told the BBC that this scene I will never forget. I constantly see the dog tearing at him, his hand, and the blood pouring from his hand. He's always in front of my eyes, never leaving me for a moment. We couldn't save him neither from them nor from the dog. A similar incident was reported a month prior to Mohammed's killing. Al Jazeera posted footage from a camera attached to a dog accompanying Israeli forces that showed it dragging and biting an elderly Palestinian woman in her home. The BBC's report was criticized by activists who considered the original headline, "Gaza man with Down syndrome dies a lonely death," to be excluding the Israeli military's responsibility in the incident. The headline was later changed to "Gaza man with Down syndrome attacked by IDF dog left to die," mother tells BBC. The New Arab reported that the attack was not mentioned until the article's 16th paragraph, nearly halfway through the article. So not only was this man brutally murdered, but his mother had to live with this for the rest of her life. A nightmare. How many others have gone through this? Children, elderly, disabled people. They disrespect people like this and they don't even care. In Washington, D.C., silent and nobody wants to say nothing. They're all silent because they want their fat pocket, but they don't care about human beings. And they want, now you're hearing things how they want to cut Social Security and treat disabled people like trash. I got news for you. Disability is a full-time job. And people that need care deserve care. And they should not have to feel bad about it. Mohammad Bhar deserves to be remembered, and he deserves justice, and his family deserves justice, and everybody in Palestine, Lebanon, and Syria deserves justice. Everybody who's ever been mistreated through genocides. We will not stand for it anymore. We will continue to talk and talk as much as we can. And a lot of us feel like we keep talking but nothing happening. And it still happens. And if we feel powerless and we feel like there's nothing we can do about it. But we got to keep talking about it. We got to keep remembering and do it for Mohammad Bhar. You do not deserve to live in fear. In fear. How many people living in fear now in the war zone? I mean, everybody here should be grateful that we can speak out and not have to deal with a war zone over our heads. We want to speak out and stand up for the end of all war. The AI technocratic occultocracy wants endless war and AI soldiers. They need to stop. This is not our future. This is not what we want. And we are not going to stand for it no more. Disabled people deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. They teach us so much, and they have been disrespected over the centuries. They had to fight for rights here. They had to fight for rights here. Now they talk about taking away Social Security and cutting it up because they want to fatten their pockets some more. Disabled people, especially the most vulnerable, people with Down syndrome, people that have been Down syndrome blessed with extra chromosome, people that are severely disabled. They are the chosen ones because they have been put here to show others the way how to be real and true and not phony. They teach us not to bitch about a hangnail. They teach us to go through real shit and getting through it because they're powerful and they're fighters, no matter what they go through. And these rich and powerful, the rich people are not powerful. Everybody say that because they give them power that they don't have. Money don't mean nothing. It's not nothing. Infinite soul, perseverance. Natives and indigenous people, all that they went through, and people that still go through this. So all these rich CEOs that sit there with a fat pocket and breaking in everything, and people that are flapping their lips and want to make choices in the future, planning the future for Earth. You know what? No, we live in the present moment now. We're creating what we're going to do. We're in the present moment. Your future is crap. Nobody want it. Nobody want it. You can sit there and flap your lips and talk about whatever the hell you're going to do. It's not going to happen. You mess around with Social Security, there are lots of people, because you know what? Social Security didn't become a thing until the president became disabled. Because when it hits home for them, then it becomes something. Other than that, people just put it in a home. Looking at it as a burden on society because they can't contribute to a slave class system, a cognitive machine that they don't conform to naturally. They're the ones that teach us through everything that they go through. The nonverbal speak volumes. They go through so much. They're amazing people. The most vulnerable are the chosen ones, chosen by Earth, so Source can see how they would treat it. And you best believe that the cosmic eye sees everything. So, think about it. There are lots of people here that take care of the disabled people and have passion for them and will stand up for them. So I got one thing to say for those who want to come in and change things and take Social Security away and take people's benefits away that are in need. Or want to put them, like insurance company want to say, they want that assisted dying thing so people can be like, oh, that's a cheaper alternative. It's more of a compassionate thing for these people. Hell no. Take care of these people because that is more obligation to do. We take care of our elders. We take care of our disabled people that can't take care of themselves. They got a lot to share and teach you. They wasn't asked to be born that way. They deserve to be treated with respect and dignity. They deserve everything. Like it says, the meek shall inherit the earth. The earth belongs to them. They have not destroyed the earth. They have not trashed the earth. They have not taken advantage of other people and hurt people. They need to be cared for, and loved, and appreciated. So, something else I wanted to say. Can't even think about it now, but no, I'm saying, like I said, all these rich people that think that the elderly and disabled people and even children are an expense that take away from their pocket. There are lots of people here that will stand up for the disabled people and the elderly. There are lots that will stand for disabled people. So, lots of caregivers, nurses, and really great people out there that love disabled people and want to help them. So, I got news for you. Anybody who coming in there, Agent Orange, Pet Muskrat, what you trying to say about cutting Social Security? All I got to say is, fuck around and find out. So, thank you for listening, and I will see you on the next one.